Hi, Maelie. It's MiMi time. Want to read a book? Horton, here's a who. Here's Horton. Whoo. Okay, Horton, here's a who. On the 15th day of May, in the jungle of Knoll, in the heat of the day, in the cool of the pool, he was splashing, enjoying the jungle's great noises, when Horton the elephant heard a small noise. So Horton stopped splashing. He looked towards the sound. That's funny, thought Horton. There's no one around. Then he heard it again. Just a very faint yelp, as if a tiny person was calling for help. I'll help you, said Horton. But who are you? Where? He looked and he looked. He could see nothing there but a small speck of dust blowing past through the air. There's Horton looking around. I say, murmured Horton, I've never heard tell of a small speck of dust that was able to yell. So you know what I think? Why, I think that there must be someone on top of that small speck of dust. Some sort of creature of very small size, too small to be seen by an elephant's eyes. There's the elephant's eyes, Maelie. Pretty like yours. Some poor little person who's shaking with fear that he'll blow in the pool. He has no way to steer. I'll just have to save him because, after all, a person's a person, no matter how small. So gently and using the greatest of care, the elephant stretched his great trunk through the air. He lifted the dust speck and carried it over and placed it down on a very soft clover. Humph! Humph! Voiced 'twas a sour kangaroo, and the young kangaroo in her pouch said, too. Why, that speck is so small as the head of a pin. A person on that? Well, where there never has been. There's the kangaroo in the pouch. Baby kangaroo. There's the clover, and there's a tiny speck. Tiny, tiny speck. Believe me, said Horton, I tell you sincerely, my ears are quite keen, and I heard him quite clearly. I know there's a person down there, and what's more, quite likely there's two, even three, even four. Quite likely. A family of all that we know. A family with children just starting to grow. So please, Horton said, just a favor to me. Try not to disturb them. Just please let them be. I think you're a fool, laughed the sour kangaroo. And the young kangaroo in her pouch said, me too. You're the biggest blame fool in the jungle of Knoll. And the kangaroos plunged in the cool of the pool. What terrible splashing, the elephant frowned. I can't let this tiny small person get drowned. I've got to protect them. I'm bigger than they. So he plucked up the clover and hustled away. Through the high jungle treetops, the news quickly spread. He talks to a dust speck. He's out of his head. Just look at him walk, and that speck on the flower. And Horton walked worrying almost an hour. Should I put the speck down? Horton thought with alarm. If I do, these small persons may come to great harm. I can't put it down, and I won't after all. A person's a person, no matter how small. Then Horton stopped walking. The speck voice was talking. The voice was so faint he could barely hear it. Speak up, please, said Horton. He put his ear near it. My friend, came the voice, you're a very fine friend. You've helped all us folks on the dust speck no end. You've saved all our houses, our ceilings and floors, and you've saved all our churches and grocery stores. You mean, Horton gasped, you have buildings there too? Oh yes, piped the voice, we most certainly do. I know, called the voice, I'm too small to be seen, but I'm the mayor of a town that's friendly and clean. Our buildings to you would seem terribly small, but to us who aren't big, they are wonderfully tall. My town is called Whoville, and I am a Who. And we Whos are thankful and grateful to you. And Horton called back to the mayor of the town, "You're safe now, don't worry. I won't let you drown." Okay, Maelie, that's all I'm going to read. We'll finish the book tomorrow. We're on page 8, I think, Maelie. So we'll pick it up here tomorrow. I love you, Maelie. Papa's taking the video. Papa, you love Maelie?
Yes.
Oh, Papa loves you too, Maelie. Mwah, 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 mwah. Big hug.